Llewllyn.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe for Monday, a new week. Now, I have internet, excuse me, I have internet issues this morning. There is no Wi-Fi. I'm doing this from patching it in with my phone. So let me know if the quality is dreadful. Let me know if the quality is good too. But there is, the internet went down yesterday and it's just here. The people are coming right now, 8 o'clock, which is the time now to come and fix it. But I don't know when it's going to be fixed. So we'll try and do it like this anyway. I did a little bit of a test and it seemed to be working okay. So let's do it. I hope you had a good weekend. I did. My weekend was good. I had a very relaxing day yesterday, which was awesome. Had a walk on the beach, chat with a friend, had a massage as well. I really needed it. Hey, Barbara. Seems good. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know. Right, mini reads. One question readings. If you want one of the one question readings while I'm here live, you can book yourself in for one. There is a link there in the live chat. You can find it pinned up top of the live chat. Go ahead, book yourself in. If you're watching the replay, you can book yourself in as well at any time, because I do the pre-book readings as I'm about to do right now, right at the start of the show. Hey, Diane. Welcome, everybody. So get yourself booked in. You can ask anything, by the way, in those one question reads. Anything you want. If you ask a when question, I am actually not more likely, but absolutely just going to tell you how to get yourself there rather than when, because it's really up to you. Now, Laura, thank you, Laura, for booking in. And the question is general. I think she means general. So, Laura, you want general guidance. I think Laura booked in just right at the end of the last show or just after it. Happens sometimes. I think sometimes when you think you're on live, you are on live, but you're watching it a little bit behind. It seems like I'm still live when I'm not anymore. Anyway. Laura, and stick around toward the end of the show. If you're still around, I'll be pulling one of these, the Secret Manifestation cards by Rhonda Burnout for each of us. I'll also be getting some messages out for each star sign. I've not been able to put the week ahead shorts up. I can't get them off my computer onto my phone without Wi-Fi working. Like the white, you know, like to do airdrop or anything like. I just can't. I can't get it from one place to the other without Wi-Fi. It's amazing how little you can do without Wi-Fi. So even though I can upload from my phone, I can't get the videos onto my phone that I made to be able to upload them, and you can't upload shorts from the desktop, which is weird. You can only do it from your phone. So those will be put up whenever we've got Wi-Fi back, which hopefully will be today. Anyway, Laura, general for Laura. Some general guidance for Laura. Right, and gratitude. Well, that's obvious, isn't it? I mean, what the guides are saying here, a gratitude journal would be really good. You know, we are negatively biased human beings because of avoiding danger. And so our nervous system and our subconscious mind are negative focus to try and protect us. And if we just go on autopilot, meaning we're not deciding to consciously think things. So there are a few things in us human beings. One of them is breathing. It's automatic, yet we can take conscious control over it. And if we take conscious control over it, we can breathe in a certain kind of way, which helps us. And the mind is another one as well. Mind goes off without us, right? We've got a subconscious element of the mind, but we've also got the conscious element. And we can, if we bring ourselves into the moment, think of things that we want to think, right? And so that's the difference between the subconscious and the conscious mind. This gratitude journal helps counteract the subconscious mind, Laura, to get you more into conscious thought. Hey, Teresa, we get into conscious thought as well by setting goals and things like that. You know, I was thinking about, it's almost preempting life instead of just reacting to it. The subconscious mind just reacts to it. So this is a call for you. Like just general journaling will do it too, but the gratitude journal counteracts the subconscious mind even more because the subconscious mind is negatively focused. And if we just if we just respond to life and just let the subconscious mind rule the day, and rule us, then we will be taken to the negative, definitely. And it'll bring us down, and we don't want that. You've also got express love and self-love. Oh, this is all very nice. I like this. I like this for you, Laura. Just the whole message is about you doing practices yourself to love yourself more. And I'm getting that you've got a bit of an issue with this, of actually expressing that to yourself, expressing the love for yourself to yourself. So are you a deflector, Laura? When people give you compliments or express their love to you, do you deflect it? Like ping, ping, you know, bracelets. Wonder Woman bracelets. Ping, ping, ping. Like that. In order to get over that, you can start expressing love to yourself and get past that cringe or whatever it is that you're feeling when you do that. I was listening to... You want to say anything more about that? Express love to yourself. Your self-love to yourself. You can do it in a mirror. That's good. Looking yourself in your eye. And then just see what comes up for you. And then look for the origins of that. And there you go. Interesting. I was listening to a Dr. Ramani video this morning about cool girls and how cool girls attract narcissists. I've been a cool girl. And I looked in the comments, and people were recognizing that. It's when you've got a narcissist parent, they teach you to be a cool girl. The cool girl, anything flies with the cool girl. Like, you don't have any needs or desires or anything like that. You get taught that your needs don't matter, and so you become the people pleaser. Listen to it, Dr. Ramani. I really resonated with that. Hey, Sandy. Felt this afternoon while leaving the market. My guides want to teach tonight. Cool. Let's do it then. Let's get some cards out for each sign. And like I said, the week ahead will just be up whenever I can do it. I left it until yesterday. The internet was working yesterday morning, but I wanted to go for my beach walk and then go for a massage. And I thought, I'll upload the videos in the afternoon. Think again. Came back, no internet. And then when I got up this morning, I checked, and it's like, still no internet. Should I take the day off, or should I try and do it anyway? I thought, I can do it anyway. I can do it anyway. Let's get some cards out. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What are the messages for Aries, please? Have you got any Aries in the house? I'm mostly Aries. I'm a Taurus sun sign, but born on the cusp. I've got Aries, so many placements in Aries. It's no wonder I'm a kickboxer. And with Muay Thai, with the absence of the internet yesterday, I did edit a couple of videos for my new channel. And now I've got a lot of videos waiting. Probably can't make that many today until the internet comes back, because I need to free up space by uploading some of them. Wishing that I'd bought a higher spec of Mac a few years ago. But, yeah. Your Aries, Sandy. Well, Aries, 10 of Cups and the King of Cups. Oh, what's this? Well, it's 10 of Cups is the happily ever after card. It's your heart being fulfilled, truly fulfilled, being loved right. The King of Cups is someone that's got feelings for you. It's all about romance for Aries. Long-term romance, properly, your heart being fulfilled, being loved right. I started talking to 2 guys this weekend. No, one of them I want to talk to. We've got a match, but I haven't started talking to him yet, and I really want to talk to him because we seem to have a lot in common from his blurb. A lot in common. And the one that I'm talking to, yeah, is on another island and is thinking of coming here. I keep on chatting with these guys that are looking for a second home, like want to travel half the time, and I get that, you know, that's an intention that I set years ago. I'm kind of not doing it now, but a lot of people want to do that, right? Spend 6 months one place, chasing the eternal summer is what it is. And so another one who's looking for his 6-month home, and so I think he's going to come and visit here. He's heard good things about this island. He's on the next door island at the moment, so that's interesting. Around my age, I can't remember. The other one's a bit younger, he's 41, but we've got a lot in common. I can't wait to get talking to him. So I'll be open to that. And the Ten of Cups and the King of Cups, it is about you being loved, right? So as Dr. Ramani says, not being the cool girl, about having needs and being cool about that, right? Being cool about having our needs and speaking up for it. Because a lot of people have just been taught that, you know, even if they're not narcissists, been taught by narcissists. There's been a lot of that around you know, there's been a lot of relationship advice around saying, you know, not to have need, not to be needy, not to be all of these things, you know, which encourages not to have relationship needs. Someone in the comments as well pointed out that whenever a guy, I don't know whether girls do it, but certainly guys do on Tinder, and I swipe left on them straight away, say no drama. When they say no drama, that is a huge red flag to me. It's a huge red flag to me, because that means this is someone who hasn't dealt with the drama. If you think about it, yeah, sure, some people create drama, but if they keep on experiencing this drama, it's because perhaps the partners or, you know, whoever they're seeing brings things up and they don't want to deal with it and they call that drama. You know, it's just a huge red flag to me. It does sound good, Sandy. Yeah, so all about relationship. I'm trying to think what I did on Saturday. Oh, yeah. On Friday, I did a shoulder workout, particularly heinous shoulder workout here, after I finished work. And then when I went training on Saturday morning, it was really good, and I videoed it and stuff. All edited. That's going to be up on my new channel. And then I started getting a headache, shoulder tension. It's from both of those workouts, which is why I knew that I needed a massage yesterday. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What have we got for Taurus? Have we got any Taurus in the house? What did you get at the market, Barbara? No attachments. Yeah, that's it. Being taught no attachments. And you see like when we investigate these things, can see the roots of it in religion too. It's like, damn, my religion was teaching me to be the doormat, codependent, you know, all of those things too, and not have any relationship needs, right? It's insidious. Narcissism everywhere. Pisces, well, you got to wait, Christina, welcome. I'm particularly slow this morning. I'll get my nails done tomorrow, I can't wait. They're really grown out. Daughter's a Taurus. I'm ready for true love as well. I'm ready for that experience. I'm ready to see if I can truly handle it too. You know what I mean? I'm certainly very outspoken now. I don't let things lie anymore. I don't let things fly. Taurus, got Eight of Cups and Judgment. Letting go of judgments, this is. Eight of Cups is about letting go of emotional attachments. So emotional attachments being anything that we feel a strong emotional reaction to still in our minds. You know, those are the attachments, stuff we're attached to. First time. I'm going through, right now, Christina, I'm going through Aries through Pisces. Pisces comes last. Just messages in the absence of me being able to put the shorts up this weekend, which I'll do as soon as the internet comes back. It appears like the internet's working, but I'm having to patch this through on my phone. Eight of Cups and Judgment, Taurus. Whatever you've got a strong emotional reaction to, I don't anymore. Which is why I want to shake up in my life. Anyway, it's about judgment. It's about judging yourself. Stop it. Stop judging yourself, Taurus. It's okay to be a human being. Hello, buddy. I'm very good, thank you. So welcome everyone that's new. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel while you're here and click like on this video. Gemini. And if you want a one question reading, then check out that pinned comment, the comment that's pinned up top. You can book in for one while I'm live and I'll do it right away. And you can ask anything, like career guidance, love life guidance. You can ask specific things, yes or no answer questions. I'll also pull cards out too. If you ask a when question, though, I'm not going to tell you when. Because we are each in charge of our own lives. In fact, your life is in your hands. I kept my card out from last time. Your life is in your hands, you see. So it depends on when you do it, when you get through your lessons, when you rise up to it. And so what I'll do, instead of telling you when, is how to get there. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. 3 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. Okay, 9 of Wands is about persisting, especially with healing. See how wary she is there? As we're healing something, I'm talking about emotional healing now. First of all, we're hurt. First of all, we're hurt, and we need to acknowledge that and actually feel it, and then soothe ourselves. Get us to a place where we can, naked man next door. Get to a place where we can even look at it, you know, and deal with it. And then we can go through different phases of perhaps getting angry about it, which leads to change. Anger is a sure sign that something isn't right in our lives, and it leads to change. And then we can figure it all out. We tend to go through this phase of figuring it all out, our part in it, and all of that. And then we can empower ourselves, tend to go through that bit, perhaps drawing up boundaries. And then there's this 9 of Wands stage toward the end of healing where we're like, okay, I know all about this thing now. I know what I did. Don't really trust anyone. Don't really trust myself in this. I think it's going to happen again. We're wary, right? And it's right toward the end of the healing. It's right toward the end. And the 3 of Wands is about waiting for perfect timing or something. It's like next stage. Gemini, you've got the next stage coming up. I know you're fearful right now. You're wary like this year's there. She's taken her wands and she's built a fence. She's got one that's set on fire in her hand, ready to like bash someone that tries it again. It's like being hyper vigilant and ready. It's like, okay, I know all about this now. Bring it on. I can deal with it this time. You're at that stage. It's a good stage to be. Then what happens after that is we practice. We're ready for it, and then it doesn't happen. And we're ready for it, and we nip it in the bud straight away. We notice it. And then we're like, I'm strong now. I can deal with this. And then we start trusting ourselves, and then that energy, that wariness dissipates, and then we have no emotional reaction to it anymore. And we're done with that lesson. Hang on in there, Gemini. Hang on in there. You're so used to being last. Oh, you and all Pisces. And then I'll be doing other things. Stick around after that as well. Who's next? Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Yes, you were right. My guides want to teach today, Barbara. Impulsivity, Cancer. Doesn't sound like a Cancer thing. Oh, okay. Careful, Cancer. Yeah, out of... You've got the Knight of Swords, you see, Cancer, and that's impulsivity. It can be other things too, but for you right now, it's impulsivity. Weigh up your options instead, because being impulsive right now, especially if somebody else is encouraging you, pressuring you to be impulsive, don't do it. It's going to lead to anxiety. Weigh up your options instead. Take your time. Be yourself. Do things your way, Cancer. Your son-in-law is Gemini. My ex-husband's Gemini. The narcissist that I had a relationship with Gemini as well. Probably still is. Don't care anymore. No more cool girl. Who's next? Leo. Leo's messages have been a bit odd lately. Oh, you've got almost the same message. You've got those two again. Weigh up your options, Leo. But it's about your wishes. Conflicting wishes. Okay. Name all your wishes, Leo. Some of them are conflicting. Some of them you can't have both at the same time. It's like, I want yes and I want no. I want to go left and I want to go right. Weigh up your options instead. Trying to pull yourself in two directions is only going to lead to anxiety, impossibility. So perhaps narrowing your wishes down to what's more important. Just choose 3 and make sure they're not conflicting, Leo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. A message for Virgo, please. It's full moon today. And I slept good last night. You guys sleeping good at the moment? Sometimes I don't sleep good in full moons, but I'm sleeping really good at the moment. Virgo, you got the World and the Queen of Pentacles. There's a turnaround here. End of a chapter, start of a new chapter. It's about your money. There is that card, a money path is waiting for you. I just saw that in my mind's eye. There's a change required here to turn your money around. Be open, Virgo, to ways to make money, perhaps long-term things, I don't know. Money and love. Be more specific than that, Barbara. In your goals. How much do you want? All of it. Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Oh. Okay. 2. 2, 2. Okay. 2 people. 2 possible love matches. Or 2 options in front of you. 2 of Wands is a crossroads. Both will take you in different directions. Almost the same message again of weigh up your options. We can imagine, I can imagine. For example, I went on a date 2 weekends ago, 2 dates. And he was pretty much a match to the narcissist. Not that he was narcissistic, I don't know. I didn't get to know him well enough, but got him well enough to know that I didn't want to proceed with it. But a lot of things that he had going on were what the narcissist, my ex did, you know, like living on a yacht and stuff like that. And I know that lifestyle. I've done that before, and I go in that I could imagine how that will play out and what my life would turn into if I took that option. And so you've got this similar kind of message of if you've got 2 people in front of you or 2 options, it doesn't have to be about love, this, but it could be, then play it out in your mind. Like, you can see where things will head, especially when you get a certain age and you've had a lot of experience of relationships. You know, a guy can come up and you're like, no thanks, because I know exactly where this is headed. Am I online every day? I do today's tarot every single day. I pre-record those and put them out. I do this show 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's Monday morning for me at the moment. So kind of, yes, online every day, but kind of no. I try and distill all of my work, video making work, into Monday, Wednesday, Friday for this channel, for this business. I've got other things going on too. Crystal? You're Libra. Did that make sense to you, Crystal? Your message? Scorpio's next. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Any Scorpios in the house? 5 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Got a lot of love around. The 5 of Pentacles, though, is... I don't know how to find it. There's nobody good around. It's like... The 5 of Pentacles is... Oh, the door's locked. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't have any power. But the key's right there. She doesn't realise. She'd rather stay as a victim. That's exaggerating it. But it's thinking that you don't have the power when you do. Ace of Cups is about falling in love. It's about choosing. You do have the power. Like, we think it's tricky with love, right? Because there's a lot of other things where we are the only vibrationally moving component. And what I mean by that is we can be all over the place. I believe it 1 minute and I don't believe it the next minute, and our vibration is up and down. So being in alignment is us believing something, going for something. It's like it's inevitable. I truly trust it. That's being in alignment. We're human beings, so we don't stay there, right? So we're this wobbly component vibrationally. We're all over the place. And then you've got something like a business, or you've got something like money, or something tangible, like a thing. That is a solid vibration, pretty much. Stays exactly the same. We're all over the place, and we're getting in alignment with it, and we can have it. Now, love, you got two people that are all over the place, and for them to collide with alignment at the same time is tricky. And so that can make us feel like we don't have any power in it, but you do. That's the thing, Scorpio. You do have power in it. We can get real clear on what it is that we want, stay consistent, stay aligned with that, and then we are the stable component. And then we can be out there looking for another stable component, or at least someone that's trying to get into alignment, right? Of knowing what they want. Your Scorpio moon. And next up is Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. You've got the Chariot and the Wheel. Powerful. The Chariot is often about, and it is in this case, being pulled in two directions. This is the white horse and the black horse. They're going slightly different directions, and it's often a bumpy road as well, is it? Not really. It's often a bumpy road as well, like cobblestones, and really the cart is going to be destroyed if the horses are going in different directions. What do I do when I'm looking for a stable component? I swipe through Tinder and I have conversations, and I see if they're kind of on a similar page. Then if they ask me on a date, I'll go on a date with them, meet up with them. You know, apart from that, the dating thing, which I'm not a big fan of, really. There was a really good looking guy who held the door open for me at the gym on Saturday morning. I would say he's probably about 10 years younger than me, but of course looks around the same age as me. I don't know, I would prefer to meet someone in the gym. I've got all my gym boys. They're brothers to me, you know. I would much rather meet someone in real life like that. They're stable, my boys are stable, some of them anyway. Anyway, Sagittarius, distraction. Chariot, pulled in two directions, it can become very destructive. The Wheel of Fortune, it's like fate pulling you. It's very Sagittarius, this. Fate pulling you in a direction. It's almost like you trying to pull in another direction. It's like fighting with the universe, Sagittarius. It's a message to go with the flow, really. Otherwise, you're creating disruption in your life. Sad. L'Oreal, like L'Oreal Paris. One question readings, you can book in at any time. If anyone wants one of those, there is a comment pinned up top of the live chat. Oh, that's wrong. And here it is again. You can put yourself in for one of those one question readings at any point. Meanwhile, I'm going through the signs. Capricorn's next. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Oh, you're feeling that one, Terry? One card. Strength. Capricorn. Play to your strengths. Did you watch the full moon reading, today's tarot, about communication, and I explained about how sometimes we can be selfish and toxic without realizing that we are, just because we can only see our perspective. And I also talked about how it's all right for us, maybe I didn't, maybe I inferred it, but how it's all right for us to be specialized, and we're meant to be a village, we're meant to come together as a team, right? We don't need to be everything. I think Western society especially has taught us to do that. It's like, be independent, live by yourself and do everything for yourself. Whereas Thai culture isn't like that at all. Not at all. And it's more teamwork. Play to your strengths, and it's okay. You don't need to do everything, and it's okay for you to Just do your thing and be part of the team. Capricorn, play to your strengths. But it's definitely a feeling of like you don't need to be everything. Don't try and do all of the jobs. Don't try and be everything to everyone. It's not, it's not that. It's don't try and be everything for yourself. Capricorn. Less of the independence and more of the interdependence, teamwork, and all of that. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Almost at yours. Who's Pisces again? Aquarius, Four of Cups and the Page of Cups. Aquarius, danger, danger. Page of Cups is the negative side of the Page of Cups. It's the fantasy. It's the Pollyanna, almost like everything's perfect, and you know, pushing down the tears because everything's dreadful, really, or at least half of stuff is dreadful. And the Four of Cups, it's like, I want something better to come. You don't need to prove, you don't need to be like overly positive in order to create things. I hate that about the law of attraction teachings, is that it's like, don't be human, pretend that everything's positive, and then you can have nice things. It's like, but I'm not getting nice things and I'm trying to be positive and it's not working. And then we beat ourselves up even more and don't allow ourselves to be human and see reality for what it is. Meanwhile, there's the universe going, and our guides going, you need to face this negative thing. What are you doing? Don't be too positive. You don't need to be. I fully got sucked into the law of attraction stuff, and I thought, I can do this. I can be only positive. It was so delusional. You can't relate to other people when you're like that. Has anyone been around law of attraction people that just don't even want to talk about negative things? I mean, there's certain things, like when people want to raise awareness about bad things in the world and are just like hyper focused on the bad thing as if they're serving a purpose by getting everyone to think about this bad thing. That, if it's not solution based, it's not useful. If it's not solution based and about us, it's not useful. It's one thing going, I've got this thing going on in my life, out there in the world somewhere that's got nothing to do with me, but in my life I've got this thing going on, talking to a friend about it, you know. But when we look out there in the world and it's like that, those people and that thing is a problem, and I want to raise awareness about that, about the problem, it's like, I'm not in a position to fix it, but I just want to go on about the problem and get everyone else to think about the problem. That is not good. It's complicated. Anyway, you don't need to be really positive. And finally, Pisces. Who's Pisces again? Christina's Pisces. Pisces. I almost went round to see my ex because the internet was out and I didn't have anything to do yesterday evening. I almost went to visit him because he's something that I can do while there's no internet. But I thought, you know, his cousin runs a bar at his house and he always gives me beer. I don't want to drink beer. And then I just thought of all these things. It's like, no, in fact, no, I don't want to go. Pisces, Six of Swords and the Eight of Wands. Right, wow, this is Pisces. If you haven't listened to the full moon reading yet, today's tarot, listen to that and take it in, because this is a very similar message. In fact, I think these cards came out. Six of Swords is about the universe is trying to move you from where you are at the moment to where you want to be, from who you're being at the moment to who you need to be in order to have the things that it is that you want for where you want to be. Because it's always about us, like us having the self-esteem perhaps in order to take the action that we need to take to be the person, you know, to get the things that we want or whatever it is. It's like that. And so that's the Six of Swords energy. The universe is trying to help you, often by pointing out the stuff that isn't that great about us or that we need to deal with. And the Eight of Wands is about communication. It's about direct communication. Pisces isn't the best at direct communication. If there's one sign that knows how to jump on a grenade that someone else has thrown and let it, you know, explode underneath them so that they take the flak for everybody. It's Pisces. But it's not good for you, Pisces. In order to have what it is that you want, you need to be better at directly communicating. Pisces, you probably think that that's conflict, and it's not. That's the thing, it's not. It doesn't have to be. When someone is clear and direct about themselves, about the boundaries, or about whatever it is that they want to say, it's very calming. It's very, you know where you are with that person. Even if sometimes it's not what you want to hear, if someone's straightforward like that, it's very grounding. It's sure it can make us feel called out, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's not conflict. So don't try and be nice. Stop trying to be so nice, Pisces. You know you do it. It makes you into a doormat, Pisces. Don't do it. So notice the stuff that's coming up at the moment for you, especially around communication, and don't be shy of it. Like what are you afraid of? Like me, I had an abusive childhood, very violent, and I was afraid of violence for a long time, and that had me not speaking out. I had to get over that. The fear of violence, you know, I had to get over that. Muay Thai's helped me do that. Now violence is fun. No, it's not violence, though. Play fighting, it's fun. But it means that I can handle myself. As soon as the internet comes back, I'll be starting my new channel, Muay Thai channel, if anyone's interested in that. There probably won't be much crossover between these channels. Let's get some cards out. Stick around to the end because I will be pulling one of these out for everybody. Secret Manifestation cards by Rhonda Byrne. And some of it is a bit law of attraction, but a lot of it is interesting law of attraction. I did get into the law of attraction for a long time because my guides, firstly, I'll tell you a story. So I worked in corporate in my 20s, corporate IT. I knew I had this gift, and I knew I wanted to be a healer, and I kept on having these ideas of starting businesses and stuff like that, private practice. And eventually I took the leap, and when I took the leap, it was also when I was getting out of my marriage too. So changing everything at once, and then applying to move to Australia from the UK. And around that time I started meditating a lot because I'd gone from being a student, pregnant when I was graduating, being a single mom, being married, having more kids. I'd never really stopped. I'd never really had time to myself. I missed that stage in life of kind of being a young person with time to myself. Went from student to mother. And so it was very confronting at the age of 30 to be giving everything up and also having only half the time with my children. I'd gone from always being busy to like suddenly I had time to myself. Like me, I've got no needs, I've got no desires, I've got time to myself. What do I do with it? Well, I started meditating. But around that time, some weird things happened because my guides were fully wanting to get in touch with me, right? I was doing a lot of automatic writing at the time too. And I was living in an apartment where it was a first floor apartment, top floor apartment in a house with 2 floors. And to get up to my floor, there was a stairway. There's a locked door at the top and there's a locked door at the bottom and just a stairwell. It was just that to get up. And one weekend when I was by myself, I went to go out and there was a brown paper bag in the middle steps, right? Now, I was renting it from my parents. My parents used to buy places, do them up, rent them out. And so I was renting it from my parents. So they had a key and I had a key. No one else had a key to the place. And so I don't know, sent a message to my dad or something saying, thanks for the book you left. I presumed it was him, because in the paper bag was a book. And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, oh, you left a book on my stairs. Why didn't you come all the way up? And he was like, not being around to your place wasn't me. The book was white. It had just plain white cover. It didn't have any writing on it at all. Just a soft back it was, paperback. And inside the first page, it had when it was written. It was written a very long time ago. I mean, this was an ancient kind of a book. I can't remember the year, but it did strike me as like, wow, it's been around a long time. And it had the laws of the universe in it, one by one. I read it. The book disappeared after I'd written it, never to be seen again. It wasn't real. I mean, it wasn't of this world, that book, in the circumstances that it came in and the circumstances in which it went out once I'd read it. And one of them, of course, was the law of attraction in that book. And it had me really interested. It's like, okay, my guides want me to know about these laws of the universe. Especially as all this magic was happening, and it's like I was really questioning reality in a good way. My guides were like, question everything, question reality. It's not what you've thought it is. And yeah, it got me into the law of attraction, but always as a skeptic. It's like when I got into Buddhism as well, just to be interested, in fact many religions, just to be interested about it, just to find out about it, to see if it did match with what my guides were saying. And a lot of religions do, in part. Buddhism more so than any other. Not that I've investigated all of them, you know. But yeah, very odd journey I've had with my guides, and then wanting me to be pure from them rather than learning from other people, not to be shut off from the world completely and other people's teachings. But as I said, when I'm getting into these things, it's more as a skeptic. It's more as I wonder if this matches with what my guides are telling me. Yeah, I'm a weirdo. Weird path, but also very grounded too, because I'm Taurus. You know, it's always been weird for me to see like tarot readers and people that have got a similar gift to me be all, I don't even know how to describe it. The energy that they usually are, which isn't me at all. I remember reading a book by Doreen Virtue. It doesn't surprise me that she's kind of turned her back on it. I read a book by her and I wasn't impressed. I couldn't finish it. I started reading it and I'm like, this is just fluffy nonsense. Those were in the days when I was trying and figure out how to do this, and be myself at the same time, you know. What else do the guides want to tell us? A lot. Look at all these cards. Wow. They don't usually come out like that. But they did today. Let's try and take them in order. Right, starting out with a Strength card. This is for the collective, by the way. Queen of Wands, talking about the law of attraction. Queen of Wands, very attractive energy. She's also an action taker too, which is really important, to take action. The Page of Cups, fantasy, positive thinking, fantasy. The Seven of Wands, protecting ourselves. The King of Cups, being careful about who we let in. So this is about being mastery of our own heart and being more selective about who we let in. I've got a good ship, I'll only let good ships in. And Justice. So the card of karma, what is truly ours, right? So karma to me, exactly the same as law of attraction. I don't see any difference between them. Karma is the energy that we're being, attracting not only the same, also opposites too. In fact, attracting everything, but choosing, discerning like this King of Cups, so that we can choose what is right for us. Because that's what I've noticed myself. High vibration you've got, the more you attract any kind of people. If you're shining brightly, you're going to attract everything. And so this is why we have to be more empowered and have boundaries and be able to stand up for ourselves and not be the Pollyanna and, all of those kind of things. That's why we have to get really strong. And so this is why when you have these difficult paths like we do, and you're like, when am I going to get my rewards? Why is it just like challenge after challenge? It's like, oh, but you came here to do great things, and so you have to become really, really strong. And it feels like you're just beaten up over and over and over, but you have to become really strong. There's a pull with this story of wanting to be the victim and all positive, the Page of Cups. But this is saying, no, protect yourself. You came to be strong. You came and you knew actually you can survive these lessons and these challenges, and you can become really strong, and you are strong. It's a strength of spirit. But it's so important to protect ourselves and to choose wisely. What and who we let into our lives. That's when our matches come in. Our true matches come in. And I don't know about you, but as I'm on this path, I'm becoming more and more picky about who and what I let in, becoming really strong. I feel like I'm isolating myself even more. I feel like I'm becoming too picky, like too almost like detaching myself from everyone and asking myself, like, is this a trauma response that I'm just like, it's not actually getting better for me, I'm just pushing everyone away. But then, that's with regards to romantic relationships. Then I look around me and the people that are in alignment with me, good people that I have in my life, friendships. And I'm like, no, this is right, because these people are solid. And you know what? I had a conversation with my 24-year-old, one of my besties. He's 24. It's wild. It's not really 24 though, because he moved here when he was 12. Imagine leaving your country and your family at age 12 for a better life, coming here. Luckily, he found the Muay Thai gym and got taken on by the owner of that, taken under his wing, very much like a father to him. So he's, anyway, a friend of mine at training, I thought she was a friend of mine, she completely blanked me. So on my way in, I said, hey, how are you? She didn't say anything to me. She walked on by and she completely ignored me. And I'm like, okay. Anyway, forgot about that because not my problem. And toward the end of the training, when I was stretching, my 24-year-old friend came over. He sat next to me while I was stretching to talk to me. And he said, oh, she's not training at the moment because she's hurt her knee. I'm like, oh, is that what's up? I don't know. Didn't know. I said, she didn't say hello to me this morning. She blanked me. And he said, this is a 24-year-old. It's like young people, they don't have much respect. And what else did he say? They're rude. He said they're rude. And then he told me, he's like, not even just the really young ones. He said, see, our friend, a trainer from another gym, he was telling me the story that he came to see the owner of the gym to ask him something. And he said he came in, and he said he didn't even say, hello, how are you, to the owner of the gym. He's just rude straight away. And so the owner of the gym is like, I'm not going to give you what you want. Right? And talk about the this communication that I talked about around this full moon. It's really important for us to see that. Because like sometimes we can be anxious. I know I've done that in the past. I can be the kind of person that I'm bothering someone, so I shouldn't bother them. I should just come straight to the point, and then I come across rude because I'm not being friendly. You know, I've been that in my life in the past, and we've got to notice stuff like that that's going on at the moment and how we're being. And it was just like examples of it. It's like everyone's being weird at the moment with their communication and being rude, and he was just really very wise about it for a 24-year-old. Who would like one of these cards? It's cool, isn't it, Terry? Weird white book. I wish I could read it again. Who would like one of these cards? Thank you for sticking around to the end, and don't forget to click like on this video while you're here. I'll get myself one out first. Put in the comments if you want one of these cards, and I'll pull it out, and then we'll tear the law of attraction to pieces. No, just some of it is bullshit. Just some of it, not all of it. There's a lot of truth to it, like any religion, philosophy. It's just, we're human beings, you know. I'm not infallible. I can look back at the things that I've said and taught about and see that I was just coming from, I'm only as good as what I've done within myself, like any reader or any therapist, you know. We can't translate things and deliver messages of something that we haven't figured out within ourselves, you know. Mine is, your heart is the seat of your power. Hey, Lara. Here's a way to instantly stop a downward negative spiral. Focus on your heart. Breathe in deeply, keeping your focus on your heart, and concentrate on feeling love in your heart. Breathe out while keeping your focus and feeling the love in your heart. Repeat this total 7 times. I wonder why 7 times. You'll feel more peaceful, you'll feel lighter, and the negative thoughts and feelings will have stopped. I'm focusing on my heart. What's everyone else doing? Barbara, what are you doing? Your imagination creates, Barbara. Stress, worry, and anxiety simply come from projecting your thoughts into the future and imagining something bad. Yeah, perhaps. Sometimes it's in response to the moment now. I'm not a big fan of ignoring our emotional guidance, especially negative feelings. I think it's better to feel any negative feelings that we've got come up, and it's like, what is this telling me? Am I making this up? Because we can be doing that, but sometimes it's real, right? And we shouldn't ignore it. We should take action to sort something out. It causes your feelings to plummet. When you imagine something bad, you're creating what you don't want. Well, that's true, yeah. So, but not all negative feelings are about that projection into the future. Sometimes it's what is actually happening right now. Instead, when you're feeling worried, ask yourself, what do I want? Then imagine that instead. Yeah, that's... I don't agree with that. So, imagine what you want instead. That is a big turnaround. So I'm worried about something, I'm going to imagine what I want instead. That is polar opposites. You can't shift your energy like that. It's impossible. It's just impossible. You can't go from like worrying about money to like, oh, I want $1 million instead. That is just like so far apart vibrationally. That's impossible. You're not going to fool yourself. You know. And so what can you do instead? Ignore it. But like think about something else instead. Take our mind off it. That's what we've got to do. We've got to take our mind off it and think of something else instead. Off the subject. Lara. Anyone else want that card? Well, that worked. I know to do that then. Whenever the Wi-Fi is playing up, I can patch it through on my phone. Lara. Wow, we've got some power tools outside. Lara, your card isn't coming out. I just want to see what they're doing. Flossie. It's an angle grinder. Hey, honey. You want to come Brenda cat in the house. Okay, Lara, let's try and get you a card out. There we go. Focus equals manifesting. Conscious mind equals manifesting. Conscious mind equals our power. Using our mind to think about what it is that we want. Even using our mind to think. And focus with emotion equals powerful manifesting. Yes, no matter the emotion. So we are electrical magnetic beings, e.g. what's going on inside of our brains, it's electrics. And then the heart, the emotions, the power of that is the magnetic part of it. Putting the two together, very powerful. And it doesn't matter. The universe isn't saying, oh no, she can't have that because it was a negative emotion that she was using. It doesn't say that at all. Some of my best manifestations have been when I have just had enough. Because usually I'll have been a doormat or whatever, or being nice, or, you know, being the cool girl or whatever. And then I get to the point where I'm like, this has got to change. I can't put up with this anymore. And I have a universal tantrum, as I call them. And that power of emotion, with the focus of like, this is what I deserve. It's like I get to the point where I'm like, damn it, I'm not getting what I want. I have this tantrum, a lot of emotion. This is what I deserve. And that's really powerful. That's for you, Laura. Sandy. Love is the greatest power, Sandy. If you could wrap every thought in love, if you could love everything and everyone, that's hard to do, isn't it? Your life would be transformed. Yeah. I think we can get to a place like that once we've learned to protect ourselves. I used to be like this, heart wide open all the time, and coming from love, and before I'd learned boundaries and to empower myself, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. But once you're empowered and you can stand up for yourself and you're discerning and all of those things, then it's a great place to be. I would say. Terry, if anyone wants to book in for one of those one question readings, you still can. You still can. And don't forget, it is the full moon today. I've got $30 off full moon private readings going on at the moment. The link to book in for one of those is here. Terry's up next. Believe you have received. Oh, this is tricky. In other words, it's already on its way. I find it easy to believe that. It's on its way. I'm on my way to it. I'm on the path to it. I'm still on the path to it, yeah. It takes time for the universe to manifest what you want. It takes no time for the universe to manifest what you want. Any time delay experience is due to you getting to a place of believing, knowing, feeling. Getting to a place of being the person that's aligned with that believes it. Not just believes it, but that will be strong enough in yourself to take action on it, you know. So you're getting yourself on the frequency of what you want. And it's not just the frequency either, no, it is about, we need the skills. We need the skills. Not just the belief, we need the actual skills. When you're on that frequency, what you want will appear. Spot on for you, Lara. Cool. Well, thank you everyone for coming along. Let's do this all over again in 2 days' time. Oh, let's do it again in 2 days' time. I'll be putting out a pick a card read later. Flossie! A pick a card read later, and it is how they feel about you. Yeah, I can do that. It's something I can do without the internet, but hopefully they're going to fix it today. Have a yes or no question. You can book in at any time, but I'm ending this show now. Any Any one question readings that are booked in from now will be done at the start of Wednesday's show, and I'll send you the link to the replay for that. So thanks everyone for coming along. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel while you're here. I do this show 3 times a week. And I'm thinking about doing one on the weekends as well for those that can't make it. Oh, I know those that can't make it aren't watching, although they might be watching the replay. Let me know if you want a show on the weekend, if you can't make these ones. Have a good one, everybody, and I will see you next time.